Texas Stadium. The Eagles touchdown pass from Detmer to Fryar, and they lead Dallas 21-13. A minute 57 left to play in the third quarter. 3 drives the Eagles have had today of 10 plays or more. Herschel Walker at the 8. Flags come flying from everywhere. Walker broke out of the pack momentarily. Brought down by Mark Woodard.
There's something. This is Irving Fryar's 3rd straight 100-yard receiving game. And the last time that was done by an Eagle was Mike Quick in 1985. And I saw Mike Quick today.
Yeah.
He's at the game.
Yeah. There's a holding on the offense, number 56. 10-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well, Mike Quick was in training camp with the Eagles this year, helping the receivers.
Ray Rhodes brought him in specifically to work with Chris T. Jones.
Yeah. The Eagles lead Dallas 21-13. Rookies this week are Tony Banks of the Rams, Keyshawn Johnson of the Jets, and Terrell Owens of the 49ers for their performances last Sunday. Each week, Degree will honor the league's hottest rookies. Well, Ty Detmer is not a rookie, but he has certainly been a hot one today. I.J. Armstrong was the man in motion. Aikman back to throw it. Irvin makes the reception. Cowboy first down at about the 33. Stopped by T.Vincent.
And Brian Dawkins was right there too. I mean, watch Brian Dawkins, number 20. He's going to back up there, so Troy Aikman has to throw the ball over his head, and he does that. I mean, he throws a perfect strike there to Michael Irvin.
Double move by Irvin. First and 10. Bjornson in motion. Emmitt Smith gets the carry, and Emmitt gets out to about the 38. Stopped by Ronnie Dixon.
Yeah, we talked about Eric Williams and William Fuller as that being a battle, but I'll tell you another guy that, you know, all the Cowboys and everyone said is a real warrior is Mark Tuinei, and the job that he's doing on Mike Mamula, because Mike Mamula was the leading, you know, sacker of this Eagle team coming in here, and Mark Tuinei really hasn't given him a sniff today.
He did a heck of a job last week as well.
I mean, he's tried to speed rush him, and he hasn't given him anything. Just a play ago, he tried to do a spin, and Tuinei stayed right there with him.
Emmitt Smith, short of the first down by a couple of yards. J.Willis took him down.
And I don't think if Mike Mamula doesn't get an inside rush, I don't know that he's ever really going to be a real effective speed rusher, because if you're going to be a speed rusher, you know, like a Charles Haley is, and you know, and all those guys were great speed rushers, the only thing that makes you a great speed rusher is going to the inside, taking the inside once in a while. If not, these big guys just run you right out of there, and that's what Tuinei's doing.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score: Philadelphia 21, Dallas 13. The stadium, Pat Summerall with John Madden. Ray Rhodes, Eagles leading 21-13, 3rd and 2.
Now, what the Cowboys have to think here is 2 things. They're down 21-13. Either, you know, score a touchdown, and then if they do, then they have to go for 2 to get a tie. Or the other thing is if they get down here, get a field goal, and then get a touchdown later. So any of those combinations, and of course the Eagles are defending against that. Know that you stop the touchdown, but if you do, they're going to go for 2.
Aikman hit just as he let it go, thrown to Emmitt Smith, who lost the ball, rolls out of bounds. It still belongs to Dallas. Aikman hit hard just as he cut it loose.
You know, one thing this Eagle team is doing is they're just out quicking the Cowboys. I mean, I think they're out hitting them. I think they're out hustling them. I mean, they're just getting there. That time Fuller, he just ran right around Eric Williams, and Larry Allen came out to help, and he went right around him to hit Troy Aikman. But it looks like on both offense and defense that they're getting off first, that they're getting that little punch first, and they're beating them to the punch.
2nd and 10, Irvin split wide right. Sanders is to the left. Emmitt Smith. And Emmitt gets close to midfield, just a little shy. Ray Farmer made the stop. 4-yard pickup. So it'll be 3rd and 6.
And Emmitt Smith isn't still the runner that he was a year ago and the year before that and the year before that, because you see what happened even on that play when when he got in that hole, instead of exploding, he was just kind of looking where he was going to go down. See, he has a lead block. Now, instead of exploding right there, he just kind of leaned and just went right down into the carpet. Where Ricky Waters today is, boom, he's exploding.
3rd and 6, the Eagles showing blitz. They don't. Aikman gets it to Kelvin Martin, a flag on the play.
Aikman was great on that play, hanging in there. I mean, he knew he was going to get hit. A quarterback has a clock in his head, and he knows when he's going to get it. He knew he was going to get it, and he had to wait and wait and wait for Kelvin Martin, and he took the hit, but he got the ball to Kelvin Martin.
He was saying that Kelvin Martin is so valuable because he has such a knowledge of the pass game, that he knows what everybody else is doing, and he knows how to get open.
Holding by the defense, number 36, during the pass.
Holding by Zornich.
First down.
They decline it. That's a big first down there.
Yeah, this is Kelvin Martin here, but watch the protection here. You start to get protection, and the penalty was right there against Eric Bjornson. They held him. But you see what Troy Aikman was waiting for is that was an option pass, and Kelvin Martin started to the end. Then he had to go out, and Troy Aikman had to wait for him.
Fake to Emmitt Smith. Aikman's pass. Ty J. Armstrong incomplete right now. Again, for a McDonald's game break, let's return to our Fox Television Center.
Pat, how tough is Brett Favre? Take a look at him improvising here on this broken play. Of course, without his starting wide receivers, who does he find? Terry Mickens for his 2nd touchdown reception of the day. Green Bay by 11 over Detroit. Back to Pat and John.
21-13, the Eagles over the Cowboys. 2nd and 10 at the Eagle 37. Bjornson limps in motion. Pass to Deion Sanders. It's caught behind him. And that'll be enough for another Cowboy first down.
That was a heck of a catch by Deion Sanders. First of all, you don't expect him to run a slant. When he became a wide receiver, they said, oh, Deion Sanders will never run to the inside, take all those hits from linebackers and safeties. He ran a slant, but then that catch that he has here, catching the ball behind him. Look, that ball's thrown behind. He has to reach behind. The corner is there, and the safety is there, and he just looked that ball right into his hand.
He surprised Vincent with that inside move.
I think he surprised the safety that he went inside.
There's Emmitt. No, this is Sherman Williams. Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a couple.
William Fuller was the guy that got in there. And Fuller's starting to win some of those battles now. Here he is out here. Again, he's going to get up the field to get the penetration. You see, he got up the field, made the play right there. I mean, that's a heck of a play to hold on like that. But the big thing is getting up the field. See, he took Eric Williams, and he got up the field, got into the backfield, and there was no place for Williams to go.
What a great play. 2nd and 13. Johnston goes in motion. Aikman back to throw. The middle to Michael Irvin. Irvin down at about the 13. Again out of the slot.
Yeah, and the Cowboys are starting to move Michael Irvin around and not just leaving him outside, but moving him from right to left, from outside receiver to slot, doing all those kinds of things.
The measurement. I thought he had a first down. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't have a first down. Going to be 3rd and short.
3rd and about a yard.
Michael Irvin thinks he had the first down.
He was really upset because they marked where they marked. Here's Emmitt. Emmitt has a first down and more. It'll be 1st and goal at the 6.
And Emmitt looked like Emmitt on that time. He exploded on that one. He took off there. I mean, he didn't go. He wasn't looking for a place to go down on that one. He just hit right through. He went right behind Larry Allen. That's not a bad place to go, because when you get behind Larry Allen, you know that you're going to get some movement. I mean, here's going to be the crack. It's just going to be straight ahead. You see Larry Allen right there. Just get right in behind him. And everyone was down, and he just jumped over it.
2 tight ends, 1st and goal at the 7. Emmitt Smith again. Touchdown. Now do they go for 2?
Yeah, they have to go for 2. Like they have to start celebrating to go for 2. Don't carry that one off, Emmitt. Just let someone else carry it off for you.
And put your hat back on.
Get your hat under. You're still playing.
The 4th most in the history of the NFL for Emmitt Smith. Rushing touchdowns, that is.
They're working on someone's hat there. Someone's in there without a hat, and I think it's Emmitt Smith.
It's Emmitt.
Yeah, they had to bring him another hat.
And they are going for 2.
That one doesn't look like it fits as well.
The Eagles lead it 21-19. This could tie it. Walker is the man in motion. Here's Aikman. He got the 2 to Bjornson as he fell down. That tied it. 2-point conversion. Aikman to Bjornson. It's 21-all. Tied at 21 after he threw the pass to Bjornson for 2 points. Aikman went right up the tunnel and went in the Dallas locker room.
Yeah, the rest of the team went to the sideline, and Aikman went the other way, and he hasn't come back. Here he comes now. That's the first time I've ever seen that. The team go one way, the quarterback run in the house.
Boniol short kick this time. Handled by Mark Say. Say is handled at the 25 by Bates and company. And here comes Aikman back. He decided it wasn't over yet. I better go back and play some more. 21-21.
Put the shoulder pads on.
Down Eagles at their own 25. Score tied 21-21. Detmer gives to Ricky Waters. He got a yard maybe.
And they run that one right at a stunt. Anytime you try and break a stunt, but the Cowboys did a good job on it with Charles Haley and Leon Lett, where Charles Haley takes that inside hard like we talked about before, and then Leon Lett kind of controls and come to the outside. But Haley, by taking the inside, got Waters to stop before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9.5. Detmer to throw. Fryar knocked down by Kevin Smith. Fryar, the intended receiver. Good defense.
And that's probably the toughest thing that you have to cover in man-to-man coverage. There's 2 ways they can beat you with speed. One is up the field. The other is on a cross. Watch Irving Fryar. He starts up. Now he's going to run and sprint across the field. The ball is led out there, and Kevin Smith catches up, gets that left hand in there, and makes a heck of a play.
That's what they call closing on the ball.
And that's a tough one to close on as a crossing pattern.
3rd and 9. There's Detmer back to throw. He has time. Gets it to Chris T. Jones, but he has no room. Stopped by George Teague. And the Eagles will have to punt.
Detmer didn't want to throw that one underneath, but when he had to, then you have to make someone miss, and George Teague made a great tackle.
Back to punt is Tommy Hutton. Kelvin Martin back deep for the Cowboys. 50 yards today plus. Hutton gets off another good kick. Kelvin Martin feels it just in bounds. Jumped away from one man and then stepped out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
There was a collision over there, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
I heard it.
You felt it.
21-21 tied, fourth quarter. We look forward to seeing the blockbuster blimp at future events on Fox Sports. In fact, we'll be spending Thanksgiving Day with them this year right here in Dallas at Texas Stadium.
Boy, that'll be a good one. Now the Washington Redskins here. We'll have turkey and turkey legs. And
this is a good one. Kevin Williams, the deep back. Aikman trying to buy some time, chased by Fuller. And Aikman slides out of bounds.
You know, we got the word where Troy Aikman went, you know, when they scored a touchdown, then they went for 2, and then they got the 2, then the whole team went to the left, and Troy Aikman went to the locker room to go to the bathroom.
Is that official?
Yeah, that's official. Well, you wonder, you know, did he hurt something? His shoulder, you know, head, did he, you know, hurt his arm? Did he do something? And all he had to do was go to the bathroom. I don't think in all my years that I have ever seen a guy in the middle of a game when the score was tied in a division rivalry. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback go to the bathroom.
I've seen it happen in tennis. Aikman back to throw. Incomplete. Michael Irvin, the intended receiver. Bobby Taylor, the defender.
Hey, Bobby Taylor's done an excellent job all day, but especially in the first half. Here's Michael Irvin in the slot here. You see Taylor getting that bump and the hold and the grab and everything illegal you can do.
Yeah.
Bobby Taylor had good coverage on that time, but 3/4 of it was illegal. But then the Cowboys offense have gotten a lot better in this second half when Michael Irvin caught 4 passes. Not only his part of it, but the whole offense has gotten better.
3rd and 8. Watch Kelvin Martin. Aikman. Pass is picked off. The interception by James Fuller. Aikman threw it on the way down and probably shouldn't have.
And you wonder where that play come from. You know, how many years have you been watching the Cowboys and see him sprint out? Watch Troy Aikman is going to come out here, and this is an organized sprint.
Yeah.
He's rolling out here, and you see they got that gate there. He's getting pressure from Hollis right there, and he hits him just as he throws the interception.
Irvin waving his hands, but Fuller read it coming.
And he tried to throw it to Irvin too. Hollis Thomas was right on Troy Aikman as he threw it, and you wonder where that play came from.
First down, Eagles at the Cowboy 35, and Ricky Waters gets the carry, and Waters slashes to the 30.
So we talk about how accurate that Troy Aikman is and has been, and one of the great pocket passers of all time. That time he goes on a rollout or a sprint out or whatever that was, and that's his first interception this year. Troy Aikman doesn't throw interceptions.
No.
I think that it was a totally different look, and it was something he was trying to force one.
Waters over 100 yards. First opposing runner to do that against the Cowboy defense this year. Flag on the play. This game is presented by authority of the National Football League, is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Dallas Cowboys and the National Football League is prohibited.
That was against the Eagles before the ball was snapped. I think it was against the left guard, Joe Panos. It said number 72. It would be the right guard, Joe Panos. Guy McIntyre's playing left guard now. They have a 3-guard rotation. Panos and McIntyre, Lester Holmes. Panos is playing right now, and Guy McIntyre is the left guard.
2nd and 10. 7 minutes, just over 7 left. Tie score at 21. Lent put the pressure on, but Detmer gets it out of there to Irving Fryar. And that's enough for an Eagle first down.
This Ty Detmer's a battler, isn't he?
I tell you what.
I mean, he just hangs in there. I mean, it's amazing how he just stands in there in the protection and the rush. And you know, he's only 6 foot, and guys have their hands up there. And watch this, Shante Carver, 96, he gets his hands up there. And Ty Detmer throws it right between his hands.
Almost hit him in the head.
But he had to throw it above his head and between his arms.
2 tight ends for the Eagles, 1st and 10.
They'll get points for that.
Here's Waters hammers down inside the Dallas 20. Reshaped job on Dixon. Score tied at 21, 5:55 left now as the clock continues to run.
Look here in the red zone, the first 8 games, 8 today, 3 touchdowns allowed.
2nd and 4. Waters again. Waters will get just about the 4. Not quite enough for the first down.
You know, sometimes a running back, you know, has to be a slasher, and sometimes you have to be patient. And that's what Ricky Waters was on that play. I mean, he goes out there and he kind of sets things up and he waits for the blockers to come. Watch a little patience here. See, right there, that's patience. See, wait. See the patience, and then boom, and then take them. Because once you get those shoulders square and go, you have to go. But until then, you can let things settle in front of you.
That's a quality that's very hard to teach. In fact, I'm not sure it can be taught.
No, I think, you know, and it's hard for a young back because he wants to get in and out of there as quickly as he can.
This is an Eagle timeout, so they have 2 left as Detmer heads for the sideline to talk to Ray Rose. 21-21 tie. 21-21 tie between the Eagles and Cowboys. It's 3rd and 1.
I think the Eagles, you know, obviously they want to score a touchdown here. I mean, that's your #1 goal. But in doing so, I think now they want to run and get a first down and take as much time off that clock as they can before they score their touchdown.
Waters deep. Waters has the first down.
Now I would think that the Eagles want to do everything at a very slow pace.
There's Irving Fryar, who was shaken up 2 plays to go, blocking Fred Strickland.
He came in on a crackback, and you'll see him coming in here and blocking Fred Strickland. Here's number 80, Irving Fryar, and right there, you see the collision right there with Fred Strickland, and they took Irving Fryar out, and they're still working him on the Eagle sideline.
First down, Eagles at the Cowboy 14. Waters again, looking for some place to go and getting back for maybe a yard. There's Irving Fryar. He had incidentally tied his career record for receptions today with 9. That's the 3rd time he's tied it.
You know, we talked about the other time that, you know, over 100 yards, and Mike Quick was the last guy to do it. Mike Quick is here with him down there in the sideline today, and Irving Fryar is really Ty Detmer's go-to guy.
Timeout, Cowboys this time. The score tied at 21. Pretty unusual headpiece.
Yeah, everyone's copying Green Bay.
Yeah.
Well, they got the old cheese heads up here. Now they got star heads in Dallas and eagle heads in Philadelphia.
2nd and 10. That's Waters feeling his way down to about the 12. Stopped by Shante Carver. Today's game is being produced by Bob Stenner, directed by Sandy Grossman. Technical producer is Bob Muller, the associate director Rich Russo, the broadcast associates Mike Roig and Fran Morrison. Studio is produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy, and the executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill.
And I think the Eagles ought to take a shot here for a touchdown. Playing the Cowboys in Dallas, I wouldn't be satisfied with a field goal here. I think they've got to get a shot for a touchdown.
Detmer's going to take a shot. Pass was deflected. A flag on the play. Shante Carver, the deflection, but a penalty marker down.
It hit Raleigh McKenzie in the head, and that's a penalty. That's the first touch was an offensive lineman. It hit his center, Raleigh McKenzie, right in the helmet.
And isn't that a loss of a down?
Lost it down.
Illegal touch on the offense, number 63. Loss of down.
Now they'll have to settle field goal.
And now they're going to have to, but you're going to see the center here, Raleigh McKenzie. He's just blocking. Detmer goes back, and he just hits Raleigh McKenzie in the head. You just watch him here. He comes back. He's blocking right here. And watch the ball. It just hits him right in the helmet. That's a penalty because he's an offensive lineman can't be the first guy to touch the ball, although the ball did touch him in the head.
Wasn't his fault. I don't know whose fault. You can't blame anybody. Gary Anderson to try the field goal, and it's good. Anderson puts the Eagles ahead by 3 with 30 yards. 24-21. Anderson, a 30-yard field goal. 4 in the final 2 minutes. We have 3 minutes 19 seconds left.
Yeah, I think 2 things on that last drive. I think the Eagles, I think they wanted to score a touchdown, but I think they wanted to take more time off the clock, and they didn't do either. Part of that was when they lost Irving Fryar, Ty Detmer lost his go-to guy, and they hit Raleigh McKenzie in the helmet, and they had to go for the field goal, but I don't think they were playing to go for a field goal. If they were, that was a mistake.
If the ball didn't hit McKenzie in the head, the Eagles had a man open. Ricky Waters was open. Anderson kicks off to Walker. Walker brought the opening kickoff back 92 yards. This one, he struggles out to about the 28.
And now I think we're going to see the urgency of the Cowboys again. You know, the Philadelphia Eagles are 6-2, and you have the Cowboys, they're sitting here 5-3, and I know it's a long way from playoff time, but these are playoff implication games right here. We're talking about playoff implication.
Darryl Johnston, you forget he plays on special teams as well as takes that punishment on a regular basis in the regular offensive sets. And he was stung a little bit on that kickoff return. First and 10, Dallas at the 28. 3 wide receiver setup. And they all face a big challenge now. Aikman outside of Bjornson to the 30. And they hurry back. You can see the urgency as Bjornson comes back to the huddle.
Yeah, and the Cowboys have 2 timeouts left, plus they'll get the 2-minute timeout. So they really have 3 timeouts. So time is not the important thing here. They need first downs.
2nd and 8. Aikman. Irvin will get him the first down. And the clock still runs. 2:35, 2:30. By the time they get this play off, it'll be down to about 2:10.
These are the situations that great competitors thrive on.
Moose Johnston still on the sideline. Aikman back in a hurry. Fires again. Caught by Irvin again. Close to midfield.
It's funny, they go the first whole half and Michael Irvin doesn't catch a pass, and now they get here towards the end, the crunch time, and he's going to Michael Irvin. You see what happens is Bobby Taylor's playing off now. Bobby Taylor in the first half was much more aggressive. He was up there. He was being more physical with Michael Irvin, and something now he's getting a little more cautious, and he's backing off. And if you back off of Michael Irvin, he'll eat you up.
He'll get that body in between you and Aikman's throw, and they'll complete him up and down the field.
You know, that's what Miami did to him last week. Michael Irvin that day could have caught 20 passes if they would have featured him and just kept throwing to him.
Now the Cowboys got a break right here. They had to stop the clock to measure for the first down.
Yeah, but they didn't get the first down, so they're going to have to use a run play here probably to get the first down. That's what I would do if I were Ernie Zampese. I would get the first down here, even though it's only 2nd and short.
2nd and a half yard.
Of course, if you want your first down and if you have to run, you like it a lot better when you have Moose Johnston in there who isn't in there.
Or you might take a shot. That's Emmitt Smith. Got the first down at the Eagle 45.
Yeah, I think he did exactly the right thing there, is get the first down. And again, without Moose Johnston in there, you have to do it a different way. And because it was 2nd down, they were able to run a draw play rather than a lead play.
So the Eagles lead by 3, 24-21. 2 minutes left at Texas Stadium. It's at the Eagle 45. Philadelphia leading 24-21. 3 wide receivers for Dallas. You heard him say, hold it up. Big Eric Williams having a good look around.
See, now Dallas still has 2 timeouts, and with 2 minutes to go, that's plenty of time. And the first thing you want to do is get in field goal range. That's your first goal. Then your second goal after you get in field goal range is then go for your score, your touchdown. Free play.
Aikman just dumped it.
I don't know that you know that's the fray. When the Eagles jumped, there was a free play for Aikman, and I don't know, he had Deion Sanders out here on the right. I think, sometimes if you ever get that and you have a little time, you just throw it deep to him anyway, because
offside,
it's intercepted, you get it back.
5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty, still first down. Rhett Hall jumped off sides. Don't forget, coming up, the NASDAQ stock market postgame report, scores around the NFL. None are going to be better than this one. 21 for the Dallas Cowboys, who have the ball. 24 for Philadelphia. They lead by 3.
This is a great Eastern Division rivalry game. This is what it's all about.
Aikman. Caught by Kelvin Martin on his side, lying on the turf. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, is out of his.
The funny thing is, Pat, is this Eagle secondary has been playing aggressive all day. They've been playing aggressively. They've been up. They've been punching. They've been jamming. They've doing everything. Now they get in this situation, and they've all become passive. They're playing off.
That's a mistake. 24-21, Philadelphia.
I think if I were the Cowboys, I'd try and get one more first down, about 10 more yards. You got a 47-yard field goal right now. Get about 10 more yards, then take your shots at the end zone.
Here's Emmitt Smith with the draw. He got close to 10 more. He got about 7 more. He moved the kicker at least closer. Down to about the 22.
And I think that's what Ernie Zampese has to be thinking now. You got your field goal. Now go for your touchdown.
Cowboys still have those 2 timeouts. 2nd and 3. Aikman's pass is incomplete to Bjornson. A minute and 20 seconds left. The Eagles have 1 timeout remaining. Dallas has 2.
Again, Bjornson is right here, and he's just running an out, a timing pattern. Troy Aikman throws a perfect pass, but I think in this situation, I don't think you work to Eric Bjornson. I think you've already done that. You got your field goal. Now I think you have to get the ball to your outside guys. I think now is the time that you try and get the ball to Michael Irvin.
3rd and 3. Sanders lined up, split wide to the right. There's Aikman. Going for Michael Irvin, and he made the catch. The old fade. 19-yard gain. Out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
He got Bobby Taylor to his inside, and then he gave Troy Aikman that outside to throw the ball, and Troy Aikman throws a perfect pass. Here it is out here. You get him to the inside, keep him to the inside, and give Troy Aikman that much room.
And then you
Troy
get
Aikman
both,
throws a perfect pass.
and you get both feet down in bounds.
And we said that the playmakers have to make the play on this drive. Michael Irvin, that's his 3rd catch here, and 38 yards were his yards.
On the day, all in the second half. 7 catches, 89 yards. Timeout, Dallas. They have 1 left, and so do the Eagles. Lead by a field goal. Both teams have a timeout remaining.
That was a heck of a call by Ernie Zampese. You could have thought 3rd and 3 that you just, settle for a conventional play and you get the first down or you kick your field goal. But Ernie went for the whole enchilada.
And it's 1st and goal at the 3.
And again, they still have 1 timeout and 1:15 seconds. That's plenty of time. They're spending a lot of time in the huddle for it to be a simple run. This could be some kind of play pass here.
Emmitt Smith is deep. Moose Johnston in front of him. Bjornson in motion. To Emmitt. Can't get it. Wrestled out of bounds by Troy Vincent. That stops the clock with 1:9 seconds left.
You know, Troy Vincent's played a heck of a game today too. I mean, you know, his guy Deion Sanders hasn't caught a lot of passes. They try and get to the outside, and he comes and makes a heck of a tackle there. The Eagles need 2 more big defensive plays here to force the Cowboys to try a field goal.
2nd and goal. At about the 1.5. Johnston in front of Smith. Knocked backwards.
Now the Eagles need 1 more big defensive play.
Sylvester Wright knocked him backwards.
He really knocked him backwards. You watch Wright's going to come in right there. No one blocks him. He gets the shot right there. Whew. That's the way to play goal line defense. You get everyone down, you get penetration, you give them no cutback, you make them bounce to the outside, and then you have your guy sitting right there. See, he's sitting right there. He plays off the block, and makes a great tackle.
3rd and goal at the 3.
The Eagles need 1 more great defensive play.
Aikman's going to throw it if he has time. Picked up in the end zone by Willis. Laterals to William Thomas. This is Thomas. Troy Vincent down with the ball, and Vincent will stroll into the end zone. Talk about disaster.
Unbelievable. The Cowboys were in position. They had the field goal. It's 3rd down. You don't want to force anything. Troy Aikman forced that one. But I'll tell you, I said that the Eagles had to come up with 2 great defensive plays, and they did. They come up with one where they stopped that run, and then that one where they intercept that for a touchdown. Now you're talking football.
The total return, 105 yards.
Hey, if they were going to go play pass would have been better on the 2nd down. You see what happens here. You go the play fake, but no one went for the play fake. Troy Aikman gets rushed. He's trying to get out of it, and he just throws that ball in there. Of all the guys to try and throw it to, if you're going to force it to someone, don't force it to Ty J. Armstrong.
The extra point is good, and the Eagles lead 31-21.
And the Eagles came in here, and Ray Rhodes had his club ready, and they battled them all day. I mean, the Cowboys battled back, and then the Eagles got down there in the goal line, and that's what it's all about. And I've always said that, you know deal in golf that you drive for show and putt for dough. You play in the middle of the field for show, and you play goal line for dough. And the Eagles did it today.
2 interceptions by Aikman. The Miller Lite play of the day, play of the game. It has to be this one. That's Ty J. Armstrong. This is William Thomas. Willis, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, James Willis was a middle linebacker, and he was just playing back there, and then it started lateral the ball.
Yeah.
And it ended up in Troy Vincent's hands for the touchdown. But James Willis plays this perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, he just gets between Troy Aikman and Ty J. Armstrong and picks it off. He could have went down there and just taken a knee there, but he decided to bring it out. That was a little dangerous, and this what he's going to do right here is a little dangerous.
Throws it back to Vincent. Vincent takes it the rest of the way.
The Eagles have been doing that for years, since Buddy Ryan. That was kind of Buddy Ryan ball when they used to lateral like that. But today is Ray Rhodes' ball.
Bouncing kick handled by Walker. They give on the reverse, and that's going nowhere. Brock Marion.
You know, how about the job, that the Eagle defense did there at the end? But but that Ty Detmer did.
Oh, boy.
I mean, and he came in there and he started his 4th game in the NFL, and Ty Detmer looks like he's been playing this game or starting this game in the NFL for 10 years.
Very calm. And a very surgical job done by Ty Detmer.
And a very confident job.
Yeah.
I mean, he stayed in there, and he took on those corners. He threw some against Deion Sanders, some against Kevin Smith. Ricky Waters had a big day running.
7 seconds left.
Then look what this does to the standings here, Pat. The Redskins, of course, on top, 7-1. The Eagles will go to 7-2. And the Cowboys, you're talking about they had a sense of urgency before. Now at 5-4, they really have a sense of urgency.
Aikman throwing deep, out of bounds, and the contest is history. They had a chance. The Cowboys did. They couldn't take advantage. For John Madden, Pat Summerall from Texas Stadium, where the final score is Philadelphia 31, Dallas 21. Coming up, James Brown and Terry Bradshaw will be along from the Fox Television Center with the NASDAQ postgame report right after this message.
Just 3 catches for career number 1,000. It's the 49ers and the Saints on the season debut of Sunday Night NFL. 10 seasons ago, a spectacle was born on Sunday night. The New York Giants were in defense of a Super Bowl title. Ditka, Landry, Walsh, and Gibbs were the feared and revered. And Montana to Rice was nearly unstoppable. 10 seasons ago, the stars turned bright on Sunday night. And it happened on ESPN. Tonight, the incomparable Jerry Rice sets his sights on the unbelievable. The greatest receiver of all time, just 3 catches shy of 1,000. What a way to kick off the 10th season of Sunday Night NFL. Someone other than Jim Mora will call the shots for the New Orleans Saints. Rick Venturi, the interim head coach, and his first charge is to revive a Saint running game that ranks next to last in the NFL. Ray Zellers is now the full-time halfback, and Joe, we can expect to see renewed commitment to smash-mouth football starting tonight.
And you know, Michael, that's a challenge because the 49ers defense is as tough as they come, and really the main reason why they're 6-2. But if I'm San Francisco, my first priority has got to get this offense back in sync. Steve Young has missed 4 games with injuries, but he's back tonight, and I'd look for him to try and hook up with Jerry Rice right away. Hey, Mike, would you believe after 10 weeks so far into the NFL season, did you ever think we'd be waiting for the first touchdown pass between Steve Young and Jerry Rice?
Well, I sure wouldn't, and neither did George Seifert. But despite all that, he still has his club in first place, and a win tonight would give the 49ers a 2-game lead in the NFC West. As usual, Mark Malone will be with us throughout tonight. In-depth looks at key matchups and trends in his Spotlight segments. These two teams have already met in Week 1. The 49ers jumped out to a 24-0 lead and cruised to a 27-11 victory. 49ers will kick off to start the game. Wilkins to kick to Tyrone Hughes. Slumping a little bit this year, but still one of the most dangerous return men in the game. Hughes from the 8. Takes it out to the 24. For the Saints on offense, Jim Everett on track for his 8th 3,000-yard season. Only 5 other quarterbacks have ever done that. He'll need more production from Michael Haynes, who's battled injuries and caught only 6 passes all of October. William Rofe, the star of the offensive line, has been to a pair of Pro Bowls. He is an exceptional pass blocker. Two-back set for New Orleans. We'll see a lot more of that. Ray Zeller. Hard running out to the 27, maybe the 28-yard line where Gary Plummer made the tackle. A tough San Francisco defense starts up front with the explosive Bryant Young. Leads the club with 6 sacks. Ken Norton Jr., #1 in tackles. In his last 4 seasons, he's averaged more than 120 stops a year. And in the secondary, Marquez Pope has made the transformation from safety to corner and leads the 49ers with 4 interceptions. Ken Norton Jr., 75 tackles through the first 8 games. Zeller across the 30 to the 31. It'll bring up about a 3rd and 3, and this is exactly what we expected.
Well, it is, Mike. The Saints want to try and commit themselves to a running game. They've made the commitment to Ray Zeller because they feel like he is a north-south runner. He can run over people. Rick Venturi, of course, taking over for Jim Mora, and this is his first game.
Lee DeRamus and Haywood Jeffries check in as wide receivers. They will go with 4 wides, which is something they have not done all year long. Ricky Whittle, the 3rd down back, the only man in the backfield with Everett. Quick set throw, first down. Haynes across the 40 to the 42. This hurts San Francisco. They do not have 4 corners.
Well, remember we talked to Bruce Arians, the new offensive coordinator. He said, I feel my 4th receiver is better than their 6th defensive back. That's the matchup they get. They spread the field out. They're looking for a 4 or 5-yard gain to pick up the first down. Michael Haynes does a nice job setting in front of Drakeford, makes the move inside, protects the ball, first down.
Zellers and Neal are back in. Neal is a tremendous lead blocker. Everett to throw on first down. Another quick set. Torrance Small with a catch and out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Again, Tyrone Drakeford.
You know, Mike, when I watch an offense when they first come out, I look for a rhythm. And what the rhythm consists of for me is the quarterback getting in the huddle, calling the plays, getting his people to the line, and move along. I think that's what Bruce Arians, the offensive coordinator, wants to do. Keep this offense in a rhythm. So far through 4 plays, it looks like he's got the one he wants.
2nd and 4 for New Orleans, opening possession. Zellers. 49ers strung that one out pretty well, and Gary Plummer, who they picked up from San Diego, was a free agent in '94 to do just that, stop the run, stop the run.
I can tell you right now, you cannot run laterally against the 49ers. If you're going to run the football, which they haven't allowed anybody to do very effectively, you're going to have to run right at them and be satisfied with 4, 5, 6 yards maybe.
Which is Zeller's strength to begin with.
Exactly.
3rd and 5. And Everett goes to the shotgun. Protection breaks down, loose football. The Saints recover. Pounced on by Ed King, the right guard. Roy Barker was the man who hit Everett.
The thing about Roy Barker is he is now playing a more comfortable end position. Chris Dolman went to George Seifert a few weeks back and said, listen, I feel more comfortable on the right. Roy feels more comfortable on the left. This is the result you get. A natural pass rusher who just uses brute strength to push the tackle out of the way.
Wilmsmeyer will kick to Dexter Carter. Got off a beauty. Carter at the 8. And buried as he got back to the 14-yard line. A 4-yard return. The tackle by Don Davis hustling down on special teams.
How far can MasterCard take you? Here in Australia, MasterCard takes you into the future. The new MasterCard Cash Card. A MasterCard you can use just like cash. It's happening right now down under, and it's on its way here. Lower
right foot and repeat after me. I promise to be free. I promise to be different. I promise to take the other path. I promise to be unique. I promise to drive an Eldorado with a 300 horsepower North Star system, a suspension that reads faster than Evelyn Wood, and a body that parts traffic. Hey, sometimes you just gotta live without limits.
This is my idea.
This is my dream.
In the last 10 years, over 6 million people have taken the bull by the horn.
This is my chance.
This is my bread. And blazed their own trail.
This is my life.
It's hard to say where they found their courage, but chances are they found their supplies at Office Depot. Since 1986, we've helped businesses succeed with everything from Uniball Vision rollerball pens from Sanford to brightly colored 3M Post-it notes, all at the best prices guaranteed. Office Depot.
This is where I take care of business.
ESPN Sunday Night NFL is brought to you by Cadillac and your local Cadillac dealer. Cadillac, creating a higher standard. By MasterCard. MasterCard, it's smart money. And by Office Depot, taking care of business for companies of every size, everywhere, every day.
Scoreless here, first quarter in New Orleans, and the 49ers have the football for the first time, starting from their own 13-yard line. Steve Young back from a concussion. Throws on first down, blitz from the backside, the pass incomplete, and Young went down hard. Anthony Newman, the strong safety, came clean and drilled him.
What happened is the 49ers went to a spread offense. They spread the tight end out here on the left. Newman just sneaks up where he would be covering the tight end and has a free run at Young. Young's lucky he got up to be able to go again.
Boy, you're absolutely right. Lucky is the
really,
key word.
He hit him just high enough to take him down and not try and hurt him.
Terry Kirby, number 41, checks into the lineup, as does Sean Manuel, number 86. Young to throw, incomplete. Mark Fields on the coverage. The 49er offense led by Steve Young. He's been hampered by multiple injuries, has more interceptions than touchdown passes. Rookie Terrell Owens has emerged in the last 2 games, making critical catches as teams concentrate on Jerry Rice. Up front, 4 starters have played 10 or more years. Jesse Sapolu, in his 14th, has been to the Pro Bowl both as a center and a guard. 2 incompletions on the first 2 plays for San Francisco. Young wants a screen. It's not there. Steve Young diving for the marker, knocked out of bounds by Alex Molden. He got close, but I don't think he made it.
But you know, Mike, what I saw there, if you're looking for a positive on what Steve Young did, is at least he ran. It didn't look like he was limping. But here's the reason why he didn't have the ball. Look at the job Eric Allen does on Jerry Rice. He just keeps shielding him outside. Just keeps shielding him. Now, as Young scrambles, Allen doesn't give up on Rice. That's good defense.
And you're right about Young. The groin injury looks like it's not bothering him at all. And the concussion in the last game may have been a blessing in disguise. He actually got a week off.
You can't convince him of that.
No. Thompson to punt to Tyrone Hughes. From the 31, nowhere to go. Gary Plummer on the tackle on special teams. A tough start for Steve Young.
How do you drive in weather like this? Click here for the answer. Les Schwab Snow Tires, featuring an all-new lightweight stud, strong on traction, yet easier on our roads. Ask about it, and ask about the all-new HK1, the ultimate in winter traction. Chains all types, including quick fit chains. To save time and money during winter changeover, Les Schwab Snow Wheel. Batteries, winter tough, with free installation. Les Schwab, it's who you depend on to get a grip on winter.
What is Home FX? Home FX is 4 shows under one roof with 4 experts.
That's us.
plus me, your ever-curious host. Each show is filled with practical information for real people with real lives.
How to raise kids and stay sane. How to fix up your house. How to take the mystery out of medicine.
How to grow an affordably fabulous garden.
So drop in and see what's happening at Home FX. Weekdays, 3:30, 2:30 Central.
I've tried everything to get into those pay-per-view movies, but all I really needed was this. It's a premium services cable box, and you need one to order pay-per-view. If I had known that, I could have skipped all those acting lessons.
For great movies and events, pull up a chair, because TCI is bringing it home on pay-per-view.
Only thing missing in our 10th year of coverage of the NFL on ESPN, we still expected to see Jim Mora here.
Yep.
He resigned. You had a chance to talk to him. What's he feel right now?
I did. I talked to him for a long time on Friday night. He feels good. Actually, he felt relieved. The first couple days, he really wasn't happy. Didn't feel good, but he felt like he made the right decision. He gave his team a chance in the 2-week period to be able to make an adjustment to a new coach. But he also made the point to me to say, hey, look, I'm not burned out at all. I want to coach next year in the NFL. I feel like I can coach. He just felt like the situation here in New Orleans was not good for him anymore.
Certainly wasn't having any fun. Here's Zellers pounding his way out over the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Before Jim Mora came to New Orleans, this team had never won. With him, they won a division. He had the only winning record of any coach in the history of the New Orleans Saints. And 30 years ago this week is when they were awarded the franchise. He has a better record than all 7 other coaches combined. Won the division title in '91, got them to the playoffs. Jim Mora did one heck of a job here in New Orleans. Everett sets and throws, incomplete. High and wide for Torrance Small. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Well, I hope Jim Mora does have an opportunity to coach again in the NFL, because I think he is a quality coach.
Well, I think there'll be a number of jobs open, and he will be a success where he goes. He provides 2 things, I think, for a ball club: discipline and direction, and that's what you need.
Saints on 3rd down have hit 1 out of 2 tonight. Much better than their season average of only 35%. Everett going long for Small and off his hands. Small beat Merton Hanks.
It was interesting talking to Merton Hanks yesterday, Mike. He knows that Torrance Small is going to be the go-to guy, but he felt like he's declined a bit this year from his previous performances. And here, the ball just goes off his fingertips. Jim hangs it up down the sideline for him. It's a good throw, just a little bit too far and just off his fingertips. Sometimes if you keep running, it's easier to catch it.
Wilmsmeyer to punt for the 2nd time. Carter waits at his 20-yard line. Another high booming spiral that drives Carter all the way back to the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the return as the Saints swarm on special teams. 53-yard punt. Brian Jones gets the tackle.
Tender grilled chicken, fresh lettuce and tomato, a bakery soft roll. McDonald's new grilled chicken deluxe is loaded with the stuff grown-ups love, inspiring a truly adult emotion: lust.
Oh, baby.
It's McDonald's.
And street musicians always out there.
Yeah, I was out in front of them. I was the guy in front leading the band. Enjoyed it.
We can't see you. Even better, we couldn't hear you. Terry Kirby gets the carry across the 20 out to about the 23.
Thank you, Mike.
The Saints defense anchored by Wayne Martin, just a superb tackle, who has at least 10 sacks 3 of the last 4 years. The linebackers can really run, including middle linebacker Winfred Tubbs. He leads the team with 64 tackles. The Saints have spent a lot of money to upgrade the secondary, but even with 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen leading the group, they have 1 interception. This the 9th game of the year. Kirby. Terry Kirby breaks a tackle. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Mark Fields finally ran him down, but it's a gain of 17 for the former Virginia star.
Good job of running by Terry Kirby. One of the points they make about him is they feel like he can make yards on his own. He gets the sweep going right, gets the good blocks out in front. William Floyd leading him there. He breaks the tackle. Now he basically is making all those extra yards on his own.
Winfred Tubbs, the middle linebacker, was the man who had the shot at him and missed. Kirby has the team-high rushing game this year, a meager 73 yards. Fake to Lavelle. Young throws to Popson. Popson cut down in midfield, close to another first down.
It's interesting, Mike, the way the 49ers started this game, it looked like they wanted to get Jerry Rice the ball in a hurry, try and get him to his 1,000 catches, and then move on into the game plan. After Mark Trestman, the offensive coordinator, couldn't accomplish that, came back and said, okay, in this series, we're just going to go play the game and let him get him in the natural course. There's Mark on the right there, under the circle.
And to his left, Pete Carroll, the defensive coordinator,
who should also be a head coach next year in this league.
First down in midfield. Here comes the reverse. Jerry Rice. Young out in front blocking. Rice slips the tackle. Jerry Rice. Touchdown. There is a flag down on the play. Back at the 10-yard line. Hold the phone.
Terrell Owens is going to get called for holding.
Vintage Jerry Rice breaking tackles, turning it on and off. And it's coming back.
Jerry starts with a little closer split, starts in motion. They run the action inside. And then it is, Mike, you put it so well. Vintage Jerry Rice sets up the block so beautifully for Popson, breaks a tackle, now just flat out runs people. There's the push in the back by Terrell Owens. Watch the right part of your screen. See 81? There's the push in the back on Mark McMillan, number 29.
Boy, an obvious call, too.
Yep, good call by the ref.
So instead of a touchdown, they back it up to the 22-yard line. Still first down for the 49ers. 7:54 to go first quarter. We're scoreless. Kirby. Inside the 20. The Saints have given up yards on the ground in bunches.
Something to keep in mind, Mike. You know, Jerry Rice missed practice on Friday when they came in on Saturday's walkthrough. Made the team meeting last night, but really is not feeling well. When I talked to him on the field, I said, how you doing? He said, I feel terrible. Normally when he fares terrible, he plays real well. I mean, that's sort of been his MO.
Still ran 50 yards, shaking people off.
Looking terrible, feeling terrible.
Young steps up in the pocket, tried to get it to Rice, and it's incomplete. And who would have believed a tough thing for the 49ers would be in the red zone? They have been so good at it.
And they are so bad right now. I mean, look at the numbers here. They're ranked 20th. But look at Steve Young's numbers. His rating is 15, the NFL worst. 2 sacks, 2 interceptions. I think that is directly related to a lack of some kind of a running game in the red area. You just can't keep dropping back and throwing.
And Brent Jones not being in there. 3rd and 3. Young looks for Rice, has him across the middle, but short of a first down. Newman with an outstanding effort to stay with Rice. That is career catch 998.
But also a terrific job by the defensive front of the New Orleans Saints, putting enough pressure on Steve Young so he can't sit comfortably in the pocket and make a better throw to Jerry Rice.
This will bring out the field goal unit. Gerback will hold for Jeff Wilkins. And yes, Elvis is able to be the number 2 quarterback tonight. His shoulder feels much better.
And he's wearing a harness so it doesn't fly away.
34-yard field goal attempt for Wilkins, who has only missed twice all year. 15 out of 17 for the season, and the 49ers grab the first quarter lead on the field goal. They're up 3-0, and Jerry Rice 2 away from 1,000. 3-0 as the 49ers get a field goal. And his counterpart on the other side, as you see Bruce Arians, the play caller now for the New Orleans Saints, got some help this week from Jim Everett, who is more involved in the game plan than he has ever been.
A lot more. As a matter of fact, he told me this is the first time he's not had a day off during the week. As a matter of fact, Wednesday and Thursday are game plan days for most teams in the National Football League. Jim Everett stayed here in New Orleans at the practice facility till 9 o'clock at night trying to help out and understand what Bruce wanted.
Seemed to like it a lot. Hughes, 4 yards deep, fumbles the football. Comes out to Brown. Across the 10 to the 12. That's a break for the Saints. Prime Monday, tomorrow night at 7:30. Mike Tirico, Joe Theismann, and Sterling Sharp preview the Monday night game between the Broncos and the Raiders. We'll have live reports from the Oakland Coliseum. Chris Mortensen with the latest NFL news, and Leslie Visser goes backstage with running back Terrell Davis. Tomorrow night, Prime Monday. My man Theismann is just everywhere.
Everywhere. How about them Broncos? Woo, man, they are everywhere, too.
Saints take over at their own 12. Now out of the eye. Zellers hit in the backfield, drop for a 2-yard loss. McDonald crowding the line of scrimmage from his strong safety position.
That's going to have to be a formation that the Saints use to run some play action out of. If McDonald wants to be right on up on the line of scrimmage coming off the corner, you'll see him number 46 right here. Lower left part of your screen. He just comes off. There's nobody there to block him. And the tailback is lined up so deep that he just doesn't have an opportunity to go run anywhere.
New Orleans wanting to establish the ground game. They only have 9 yards right now. On the delay, Zellers dragging tacklers with him out to the 15-yard line. He's giving a free ride to Chris Dolman. Zellers suspended for a game for a confrontation with Jim Mora on the practice field.
And, you know, Rick Venturi basically recognized that Ray Zellers is not that good a practice player, to be flat honest with you. He's a gamer. He says, hey, he'll line up and play during games. He'll come out and play. But as far as practice goes, sometimes he doesn't give it his all.
He responded after that suspension, though. Had 174 yards on 20 carries in the next game. Everett, shovel pass. Nice catch. Whittle. Well, that play had potential disaster written all over it. Whittle made the catch. It looked like it was behind him.
Great patience by Jim Everett. Although I never ran this play, having watched guys do it in practice and study it, it's a tough thing for a quarterback because you're basically running towards somebody. Watch, he's going to run left. Now, that end is free. Those guys are free. If they come running at you hard, you have to pitch it too quickly. There he showed some great patience.
Ricky Whittle, the rookie 4th-round draft choice, has become the designated 3rd down guy. Everett play action. Good protection, can't find anybody. On the run, complete for a 1st down out at the 39-yard line. Lorenzo Neal with only his 8th catch of the year.
What a good job by Jim Everett buying time. And a good job by the offensive line, giving him a chance to get outside. William Rolfe, number 77, is going to block Chris Dolman, number 56. Takes an outside step. Of course, Dolman's got that broken hand, so he can't really use a lot of it. You see Rolfe just extend his arms. Now, Everett just buys time. Neal's not the biggest target in the world, but he gets it out there to him.
Good job by the receivers to keep the play alive. Zellers back to the run, nothing. Just stuffed by the middle of that line. And, Joe, this is a tough defense to run against with those tackles, Bryant Young and Stubblefield inside.
It is, Mike, but you can't give up on it. I mean, I can see what Bruce Arians is trying to do. Okay, maybe we're not gaining too many yards, but the worst I'm in is 2nd and 9. And they've proven that they can move the ball a little bit on 2nd and 3rd down. So he's keeping himself in makeable downs.
3:21 left in the first period. 3-0 Niners. Split back set this time. Here comes the blitz. And Lorenzo Neal is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. First man in there was Lee Woodall. Well, the linebackers just fired. They had Marquez Pope up from the corner.
They can blow up stuff in the middle. Bryant Young, number 97, is absolutely unbelievable. There he is, number 97. Watch the move he makes on the inside. It's a big swim move. Arm over. Now he's right in the middle. just trying to get penetration. I mean, you could argue Leon Lett as being the best tackle. I think you could make an argument for Bryant Young as well. Right now, the best tackle in football.
Whittle comes in on 3rd and long. 4-man rush this time. Good protection for Everett. And throws incomplete. Intended for Haynes. The good coverage by Frankie Smith.
So far, this football game, as I see it, is going the way the Saints would like it to go.
Absolutely.
It's a close football game. Their defense is keeping them in it. I mean, Klaus Wilsmeyer is just kicking the living daylights out of the ball, keeping San Francisco backed up.
And the offense has been able to stay on the field long enough to give the defense some kind of breather, which they haven't had all year. Wilmsmeyer to kick to Carter. Carter at the 19. Cuts it back. Dexter Carter to the 33-yard line. His best return of the game. Brian Jones again on special teams. A 13-yard return after a punt of 43. Flags down everywhere as we've got to fight. And it looked like Brian Jones, who made the tackle, was in it with David Benefield.
And Brian Jones is their best special teams player. Those flags were out quick, too.
We have a double foul. Personal foul, number 99 on San Francisco. Personal foul, number 55. Penalties offset. First down.
Since Steve Young became the starter in 1991, the combination of Young to Rice has been the best in the NFL. 434 hookups, 59 touchdown passes, and over 6,000 yards. But they haven't had a touchdown in the last 6 games. That's the longest streak since they've been together.
I know. Part of it is the fact that Steve has been out of a lot of games. They haven't had a chance to practice and work on their timing. And you know, contrary to what people might think, you just can't line up year after year and think that it just happens. I mean, you need to go through that training camp. You need to stay healthy to work on your rhythm.
Jerry Rice needing only 2 more catches to hit that magical 1,000 mark. William Floyd turns the corner. Eric Allen takes him out of bounds. And there's a marker down. Looked like Allen got a piece of the mask on the way down. William Floyd coming back from what was a devastating knee injury a year ago. He is still not 100%. They think he'll get better as the season goes along. But
face mask, 5 yards on the defense. First down.
So they'll mark off an additional 5 yards at the end of the run.
He tries to horse collar him. You see his hand is on the face mask. Actually, the forearm was, and then it moved to the hands. Good call.
Floyd and Kirby, the backs on first down for San Francisco. Whistles blow, they'll kill the play.
Illegal procedure by the 49ers. It's going to cost them 5.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 65, still first down.
Gary Lane, our official tonight. That's Ray Brown, the veteran picked up from the Washington Redskins. And along that offensive line tonight, Harris Barton, who re-injured his groin, is not starting at right tackle. Frank Pollock, number 75, is in there. That weakens that offensive line a little bit. There's Pollock out of Northern Arizona in his 6th year, and there's Harris Barton, who has the night off. Kirby hitting the backfield and drop. Joe Johnson, who has been forced to move outside to defensive end because Darren Mickle was suspended for 4 games. He'll be back tomorrow, incidentally.
That's just not a big defensive line, Mike. I mean, Joe Johnson goes 270. You've got Willie Broughton at 285. Wayne Martin, 275. We're not talking about big guys. Ronaldo Turnbull, 250. They're not real big up front, but they're making things happen.
2nd now and 17.
Four-man rush on Young. Got it complete. Ihani Owezike, the rookie out of California, makes his first grab of the game and only his second of the entire year. J.J. Stokes is on injured reserve, as is Nate Singleton. So the 49ers very thin at wide receiver.
Owezike could well be their fastest receiver. His clocking is about 4.4 in the 40. A big guy at 6'2", but could really run. There's J.J. Stokes, his busted up arm.
He's gone for the year. He has been savaged by the San Francisco press for not producing more, but George Seifert defended him the other day, and I think rightfully so. He hadn't played that badly at all. Young again, third and long over the middle. Popson makes the catch to the 29. Great grab by Popson, who was filled in beautifully for Brent Jones, and he's going to get up very slowly after this one. Jackson and Molden were back there to drill him.
This is an area where the 49ers are really thin. Look at the middle of the football field. Watch it. He'll come down here, and he's going to wind up being wide open. Good little out and up move. Just enough to get the defensive back to bite, and then took a shot right in the nose. Brent Jones, they would hope that he wouldn't have to play. He looked pretty good in practice. He actually is a backup wide receiver as well tonight.
He has not played since the third game, had a dislocated shoulder in practice, and Popson, who took a shot to the head, is still down.
There it is right there, the elbow in the head.
And then the knee.
You know, I was talking to Steve Young out on the practice field. Mark Malone and I were out visiting with him yesterday, and we were talking about concussions, and he said to me, he said, you know, well, Joe, how many have you had? And I said, I don't know.
Part of having a concussion.
And then we were talking about before MRIs and all the other different type of tests they can run now. If you got knocked out, they just put a few fingers up. If you were okay, knew where you were, you'd go take, you know, some aspirins or something, get rid of the headache, and hey, you're back to work.
The part of the conversation I enjoyed, there's Sean Manuel, by the way. He is the only really healthy tight end on the roster right now. Part of the conversation I enjoyed the most is when he suggested to both you and Mark Malone that you go get MRIs to see really how much damage has been done. I don't need an MRI. I know you guys are damaged.
Neither one of us did want. We didn't want to do it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how much is missing. He certainly had his share of injuries this year.
Ted Popson is still down. Able to sit up right now. College football next Saturday, 12:30. Peppy Pearson and second-ranked Ohio State travel to Illinois. Then at 7:30 p.m. an SEC showdown as 10th-ranked Alabama takes on Kevin Falk and number 12 LSU. As always, it begins with game day at 11:30.
Of course, that's hosted by the king of college football, Mike Tirico. Little king.
There's Ted Popson, able to get off under his own steam, and he's being asked the same kind of questions that Steve Young was asked a week ago.
Where are you?
And he swears he didn't say, yes, I'm Batman.
I'll tell you what else he swears. It was rumored that Steve, when they asked him where he was, he said Pasadena.
And you can see Popson with that characteristic blinking of the eyes. He's going to be out a while. We'll check on his condition as soon as we can. So Manuel is in there at his tight end spot on 3rd and 3. Excuse me, 1st and 10. Kirby following Floyd into the hole. Terry Kirby with a nice cut to the outside to the 20-yard line. Good run by Terry Kirby, who's had a couple of good ones tonight. That's the end of the first quarter. The 49ers are driving, and they've already lead it 3-0 in New Orleans. At the end of the season, if the Cowboys don't win the division or conceivably don't make the playoffs, I think they may look back at that play as the turning point in their season.
Absolutely. At least that would have possibly gotten them back into overtime.
Had a sure field goal from there. 49ers driving, 2nd and a yard. Kirby. San Francisco approaching 100 yards on the ground. The Saints are the worst in the NFL against the run.
Like I said, Mike, they're physically not set up, I think, to defend the run very well. It's just a good job by that offensive line of the 49ers to handle the smallish people inside. Winford Tubbs is 6'4" at the middle linebacker position. It's hard for him to get under people and make penetration, drive people back.
First down, Niners. Kirby again behind Floyd. More running room around the 12. Mark Fields, number 55, makes the tackle.
Chris Dahlman, number 67, the right guard. He goes right into Dolman Martin, and just takes him back. And when you've got your defensive tackles playing 3 yards back of the line of scrimmage, it's tough to stop people.
10 rushes, 100 yards on the ground for San Francisco. Brent Jones is into the lineup for San Francisco. Young to throw, pump fake. Now buried. The Saints didn't give up, and Wayne Martin now 6.5 sacks for the year from the inside. He is something else.
It's a good job by the secondary. There's Kirby out in the flat. He doesn't want him right away. He's trying to go to Terrell Owens, and they do a nice job of going in and out. Now Jerry Rice, stop, start, has nowhere to go. A little bit of a mugging, but it's still within 5 yards. Now Young trying to make things happen and can't.
You could be arrested for that on the street. 3rd and 12. Play action by Young. Rifles it. Rice knocked away. Allen with a sensational play on defense. He says he measures his performance against the best. Jerry Rice is the best, and he loves to play it.
And Jerry Rice has the same respect for Eric Allen, calls him the smartest corner he plays against. This is a head game with these guys. Jerry just now tries to take it to the post, and Eric times it right. Now, he got his arm on him, but as long as he wasn't grabbing him, the officials will not call, or are not supposed to call, pass interference.
That's just a great play. Wilkins, who hit from 34, will try this one from 35. The 49ers with a pair of field goals lead at 6-0, but Eric Allen saved the touchdown for the Saints.
Today I set out to fix my car.
Thanks, neighbor.
Whatever. I had to stop at 4 different places.
Push. Push.
Good thing I live in a friendly town.
Push.
One of us pushes, the other one pops the clutch.
Come on, push, push. I am pushing.
Finally, I went to Pep Boys.
Hey, everybody, I fixed it.
I love this town.
Car or truck, Pep Boys has your starter or alternator. 26,000 items at the guaranteed low price, tires and service too. Pep Boys, everything but gas.
For more than 130 years, Travelers Insurance has understood the basic human need to protect oneself and one's future. What we all want is what Travelers Insurance provides. Something to hold on to.
I'll buy 10 of these. You're Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders? It's him. You're the greatest, man. Mind if I get a picture? Thanks, bro. You mind if I write a check? Sure, Deion. I'm just going to need to see some ID. Say what? Yes, like driver's license, a library card.
Checks. What a pain.
Michigan license? Employee ID.
But now there's a better way. The Visa Check Card. It's an ATM card with a Visa logo that deducts from your checking account automatically everywhere Visa's accepted.
I'm going to have to call to see if you can cover this.
The Visa Check Card works just like a check, only better.
I am your son.
Mel Gibson, I'm going to dedicate my life to tracking you down in a film by Ron Howard.
Give me back my son!
Ransom. Rated R. Starts November 8th.
ESPN Sunday Night NFL is brought to you by McDonald's, official break of the NFL. By Pep Boys, 26,000 items at the guaranteed low price, tires and service too, everything but gas. And by Travelers Insurance, what we all want. Travelers Insurance provides something to hold on to.
6-0 Niners on a pair of Jeff Wilkins field goals. 13-14 to go, second quarter, as this is the debut of Sunday Night NFL on ESPN as we pick up the second half of the season. Wilkins with a line drive kick. Hughes a yard deep to bring it out. Got a seam. Marquez Polk ran him out of bounds. 58-yard return for Tyrone Hughes.
Oh, what a terrific job. Bobby April, the special teams coach, all smiles. Watch what he does, though, Mike. He gets to the blocks so that they can't play off. Watch this. To see everybody make a block just as he gets there, all of a sudden the hole is created. He's through it. If you throw those blocks too soon, the defenders have a chance to recover and make plays.
Can the Saints take advantage of this great field position provided by Bobby April and his special teams?
There's Sharkey.
Everett to throw on first down. Here comes the blitz. Has a man open, complete down to the 15-yard line. Michael Haynes. Excellent throw by Everett.
Yeah, but it only happens, Mike, if you get good pass protection. One of the other features of Ray Zellers, besides being a tough runner, is he's a good blocker. Watch Zellers right here pick up the block and allow Everett to make the throw down the field. He does a nice job outside on Woodall, just enough to run him off the cup. And there's the throw in the hole to Haynes.
Haynes, who caught only 6 passes in all of October, makes a big one there. First down, Saints. Zellers behind Neal. Breaks the tackle. Zellers runs hard near the 10-yard line. Ken Norton Jr. and Merton Hanks make the tackle.
You know, Mike, you sense this offense starts to believe that it can be a part of this football team and be able to make things happen. They're starting to believe in what's going on. They're starting to believe they can break tackles. They don't sense that defense as being that invincible, the 49ers.
Mario Bates, who had been the featured back, was not breaking tackles for this ball club. He was averaging only 3 yards a carry. Zellers averaging over 5.5 in limited duty so far. Neal, the quick handoff up the middle. He nears the 5-yard line. And Joe, the one thing the change in coaching has done for this offense, I think they're far less predictable right now with the 2-back sets and not changing personnel and formation so much.
That was part of the knock before on Carl Smith, the previous offensive coordinator. But what Bruce Arians has done for Jim Everett is by putting exclusively 2 backs in the backfield quite often, he's put the game in Jim's hands to be able to run it, audible to run it.
Play selection so far nearly 50-50.
They ought to run the ball here.
Zellers to the 1. First down, New Orleans. This is smash mouth football.
And you know what I do now? Now it's an attitude. All of a sudden, this game has become an attitude for the Saints. The place I go is I go left behind William Rolfe, and I keep on doing it. Number 77, he comes in here, makes the block, allows the back to be able to make the play. Watch number 77. Little chip, get Plummer number 50, and follow me.
Took Plummer right into the end zone. First and goal from the 1. Zellers. Touchdown. I think they found a new hero in New Orleans.
Well, I think they found a couple of them. I mean, you give Jim Everett credit for making a good throw. Tyrone Hughes for getting them in position. Ray Zellers, Lorenzo Neal running hard. Hey, if you're going to run behind William Rolfe and it works, number 77, do it again. This is a good job by Lorenzo Neal going through, getting on Merton Hanks, and creating a nice, comfortable alley. There's the big block, number 77.
Good block by Dombrowski as well, the pulling left guard. Doug Bryant for the point after, and New Orleans takes the lead over San Francisco. So they take advantage of the great kickoff return from Tyrone Hughes and drive it in.
It's been double coverage in a matter of inches that has kept Rice quiet tonight. Second play of the ball game. Rice uncharacteristically on the swirl, off the fingertips, out of sync with Young. Then the crossing route against double coverage. Newman there to make the play. No gain. And then gets inside Allen, and the ball thrown too inside. It's been that kind of night for Jerry Rice, Mike.
And Mark, the man who comes into the game needing 3 for 1,000, has only 1 in about 1 1/3 quarters.
I'll tell you, he is struggling physically. He is just not feeling right also.
Don't expect any sympathy from the New Orleans Saints. Lavelle deep to receive.
Taken by Carter instead on the near side. Dexter Carter to the 24-yard line. Let's go back to Mark.
Mike, here are the numbers so far on Jerry Rice. First of all, the 49ers have completed 4 of 8 balls for 41 yards. They've thrown the ball to Rice 5, only 1 reception, that one for no gain. Again, all the double coverage would make you think that Terrell Owens, the rookie, might get some single coverage on the small corner, Mark McMillan. Mike?
And Mark, Steve Young credits Terrell Owens for winning the last 2 ball games with the touchdown catches he's made.
See, I think that's a great matchup with McMillan on Terrell Owens. Mark McMillan is one heck of a tough little corner.
Crowd's really into it now. Young falls down coming out from under center, and then he's pinned. Either he fell on his own or somebody stepped on his foot.
9 times out of 10, somebody steps on his foot. Probably Chris Dolman, the right guard. Number 67, right there, the right guard, number 67. Watch the feet in that area. Don't remember now, Young is a lefty, so the right foot is going to be closer to the line. If he was a righty, Dolman could make that step and not hit his foot.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Looking for Owens. He's got him. He dropped it. McMillan was there, but Owens got his body in great position and then